Hi there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Pretty early morning here, around 9:35. So I'll be doing a couple of episodes for you. First episode, I'm going to do an Alfred Dunhill fragrance, a British house. And this fragrance is called Dunhill Edition. And I was a bit confused with this fragrance because I have seen three exact similar looking bottles, but under three different names. I covered the other two, the other two being Dunhill D for men. Other one was this one. This is called Dunhill for Men, London. I have this bottle, the D. I think I sold it off. So this is a very classic man's fragrance as well, like a citrus aromatic, spicy, and the box is pretty old school. Like if you see, it's like this, right? So I usually buy fragrances, like of all sorts, like classic, powerhouses, modern, sometimes designer, sometimes niche, Middle Eastern. For me, whatever piques my interest. So I tested this fragrance, like Daniel's edition, like a couple of weeks back, and I went back to that shop and I got it, decided to get it. It's not very expensive, by the way, around 30-35 bucks now. So I'll talk about that. It's an 80s baby. Another fragrance that comes to my mind from Daniel House is, it's not exactly same, but the cap and the way this fragrance is made, it reminds me of that as well. Dunhill's custom. Okay, so I'll keep it here. So there are many other Dunhill for Men Brown, Dunhill for Dunhill Pure, Dunhill Fresh. So Dunhill make a lot of classy fragrances. This is one of the gentlemanly perfumes. Here's the box. I think this comes standard 100 ml only. I don't know if there are smaller bottle sizes, but we only get 100 ml here. Very simplistic, old school, dark kind of box. And it's kind of like a generic box, but I like the lines here. It gives this character to the fragrance. And the bottle is just same as this, but just like the D version, Dunhill D, they made this a frosted glass. Okay, so that's pretty nice. Mild yellowish juice color, and I love the font of Dunhill. This is Dunhill edition. Pretty simplistic presentation. I like that, straight to the point. Alfred Dunhill base, you'll find a sticker. So I'm wearing this fragrance in the morning, and it's on my left hand. Let me respray this here. Show you the spray. It's okay, good spray. It somewhat clicks onto place. So it's a 1984 release, if I read it right in Fragrantica. The notes are nutmeg, Amalfi lemon, bergamot, lavender. Then at the heart you get clary sage, carnation, jasmine, geranium, I think cyclamen, and then lily of the valley. At the base, vetiver, fir, oak moss, Virginian cedar, amber, and tonka beans. So pretty old school sort of a DNA and notes breakdown. Like if you know fragrance like Aramis for Him or Givenchy Gentleman, the 70s release. Some of this fougere, some of this fragrance which has galbanum, some spices, some greenery. This fragrance is for you if you like or enjoy those style perfumes. Okay, sorry, like a lot of bottles are collecting dust, and it bothers me. I have to do this now. Damn. Sorry. So anyway, so Dunhill's edition, it is pretty much a very old school style of fragrance. Okay, I am pretty sure the youngsters nowadays, they will not find this fragrance at all relevant. Maybe their fathers used it. They smell it like Old Spice, Pakuraban Puram, Azaru Puram. This powerhouses. This is sort of like a powerhouse slash gangster back in the 70s, 80s, like that. Okay, imagine Johnny Depp playing a gangster, or maybe Bonnie and Clyde. It reminds me of that. There are quite a nice few reviews on YouTube. I found one gentleman who broke it down really nicely. I think he's a British reviewer, and he talked about heritage of Dunhill House, their fragrances. If you go to Fragrantica, you will not find everything of Dunhill. They just have a few enlisted. I'm pretty sure Dunhill has many more fragrances. Dunhill have this newer line called Desire line. There's the Century line, and then Dunhill's Icon line. These are the more known ones, but there are other ones also very popular back in the days. So when I smell this up top, very strong old school citrus. That's how it opens, and that hint of spice, that is the nutmeg. So the spicy citrusy opening definitely takes you to that side where you think of Boucheron Purom, Aramis for Him, or something like I don't know, like this type of fragrances. If you like those old school, you're definitely gonna enjoy this. It's perfect for almost all year, but mild cold weathers, like if let's say British summers, it will be perfect for those kind of wear. You can wear this on winter time because there are spices to warm you up. But there's this nice sort of quality. It doesn't really get too spicy, neither does it get too fresh. It just stays in the middle, so makes it very easy to reach, like easy to wear. If you want to enjoy like a balanced fragrance, it's a very good balanced fragrance. So the main player in this, I think, is the base, which is called fir, like a greenery, and then something like oak moss, whatever. You definitely start getting that from the middle, the heart, and it starts just getting more spicy green, powerhouse sort of a smell. And at that point, you're thinking like old hotels, like diaries, books, or old library. If you like those smells, you can definitely relate to this perfume. A very nice, well suited man, let's say James Bond in Sean Connery's time, or Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, perhaps, but after that, whoever is the Bond. I mean, I like James Bond, but the new Bonds not wearing this, okay? New Bonds will be wearing something like Dior Sauvage, perhaps, right? So this is a nice little oldie, which has been reformulated. This is not the older version. This is the more modern version. I'm pretty sure they are still in production, but you really have to test this fragrance. These are kind of like fragrances which are affordable. In Britain, maybe it will be 20 quids, or 25 pounds. In States, perhaps even $25, right? These are like affordable. Even in TJ Maxx, Ross, I'm pretty sure they have these sometimes like for 10, $15. Definitely at those times, year end, you can check them out. But I'm ensuring you one thing, that is, this is not a safe blind buy. Even though it has those masculine touches, good. For me, performance is okay, not the terrible performance, but I'm pretty sure people who used it back in the days, they got performances like crazy, right? For me, I think those people will be a little bit disappointed because people say it's a shadow of its former self, right? So I haven't got to try the vintage. I cannot compare, but to my nose, this is pretty wearable. If you like fragrance house like Bogart, or what else is it, Ted Lapidus, you really enjoy this. Okay, this is gonna be perfect for office, like say formal wear, something you wear for yourself. Let's say you're going for a walk, have this nice little, like hat, or you are wearing those, I don't know what you call those clocks that you put in the suit with the chain, like that classy gentlemanly vibe. I imagine like Western movies, horses, Texas. So this is for you. This is rough and tough men, not really anything unisex, I would imagine. It has this aftershave vibe that it's like Brute, Old Spice, Gillette. So this is how I want to explain this to you, right? So I would say, if you want to give something to your dad but you don't have really great budget, you can go for it. You can get like very expensive barbershop perfumes for $400-500. I mean, if you compare these with those, this is going to be such an easy pick because you get so much more for what it offers for the price. 100 ml, nice perfume, decent longevity, very decent smell, Drakkar Noir kind of DNA. um, there are a lot of niche fragrance I smell like this type, but so many more zeros, right? So Dunhill Edition for me is a very solid fragrance. If you like other ones, Dunhill D for Man, Dunhill for Man, Alfred Dunhill for Man, or Dunhill's Custom, this kind of fragrances, if you are in favor of those, you can try Edition. For me, it's a solid 8 out of 10. Okay, for considering everything, it's a solid fragrance, nothing crazy, but it's a very handsome fragrance. Thank you so much for watching. Do let me know if you ever tried it and what's your thoughts on it. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.